we've just watched what you were doing today, and it was amazing. So Gary, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in the project.
Well, 10 years old I started boxing. I boxed as a kid for Repton Boxing Club. I'm a coach from 84 to now, at present. And got my own club, Gladiator Community, and we've just taken it from there. And what it is, it's taking the kids off the streets around here, the community-wise, same as Bethnal Green is where I'm at the Repton Boxing Club. And I got involved, believe it or not, when Roy, he was researching this play years ago, and he come down to the Repton, and it turns out we all went up at Police's and had a cup of coffee after, and he was researching it. And not long after, it was at the Royal Court. And now it's, all these years, it's kicking off again. And, you know...
That's just amazing.
That is the thing. We're really involved with it. And to see it was at the Royal Club, Royal Court Hotel, I'm saying, I'm a cab driver. This is I've got it all on. But it's a really good play, fantastic play. And it's going to, you know, it was tough boxing back in them days.
Amazing.
Tough boxing, you know, Frank, Lennox, but long boxing. All now it's all power. It's all sitting on top of one another. Back in the day, they have a little walk around, 3 minutes, have a little pause, feel one another, and then get back involved.
Amazing, amazing. Gary, I want you to tell us a little bit about the process that you're going through within this play now. So
right.
What's your role within the play?
Right, what it is, what we want to do is the boys there, they've done a little bit of martial arts, a little bit of white collar boxing, which I don't, you know, not my thing, but they look good. They're in there. We've had 2 sessions. They look great, and they look incredible. Look good fighters. John as well. He's had a little injury of his hand, but he's okay. They're all good fighters, and they look credible. They look like they can box.
And that's what your role.
And that's my role. Is letting them move it. Let it come out to show. Hang on, you don't want to go to a playing field because you're going to get boxers come there. No matter what, you're going to pick. Well, that ain't right. You know, that's not right. But you're going to get it. It's but people are going to pick, especially boxers. So they got to be in there and knowing what they're doing, and they got to feel each other's rhythm. Once they're in there, they're going to feel one another out. So the longer they're in there, moving around, a little bit of light sparring. You know, the odd one or two's going to slip by. They're going to take one on the nose, but it all looks good.
Well, this is what I loved about watching you, because it was like a dance. Show me a couple of moves now.
This is the thing. As I said to them, listen, if you can't make fighters, you're going to make damn good dancers.
Exactly, you know I love that. That was I just put a little bass line to it.
Yeah, and that's all you got to do. And that's why we have the music. Look at back in the day, Sonny Liston, Night Train and all that, you know, love it. And that's what you got to have a bit of buzz in a gym, you know, and it gets everyone going.
I am so excited to see the finished play.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Will you be there on press night?
Definitely.
Oh my goodness.
You'll be able to miss me. We'll go there, I'll be blooming glowing, won't I?
It's just going to be great to see you again and to see the finished product.
That's right.
You know, with all of the moves that you've been teaching them. It's going to be great.
Oh, they'll be on fire.
They will be. They're already on fire?
Yeah, well, they looked at it today. They've had a little good workout and they ain't even fit yet, you know what I mean? So by the time they do it and by the time they do the tour, they're going to be super fit, you know? They're going to be doing 15 rounds.
Gary, you have been amazing to watch.
Thank you.
You're an amazing coach. You've got a wealth of knowledge about the boxing world, and I cannot wait to get back in the ring with you. Love it. So I am so excited. Please tell the people who you are and what your role is within this play.
Yes. Go for it.
My name's Tosin Alabi, and I am the assistant director.
Woo, woo.
And my name is Nathan Powell, and I'm the director.
Amazing! Come on. But I'm so excited after I've just watched a little bit of rehearsals. So I want you to just tell us a little bit about what attracted you to direct this project.
Yeah, of course. I've always loved the play. So it feels like a real... it's one of those dream jobs, you know what I mean? When it's like, oh, okay, this has landed, and you go, oh, okay, this is what I want to be doing. I think Roy is one of this country's greatest writers. So to be able to work with Roy on this play in particular, there was, I had to do it.
You
I had to do it. Yeah, and I think that it's such a powerful story. I think it's a story that tells us so much but all in these beautiful, small, intricate relationships between these characters. He manages to tell us the story of the world. So yeah, it's a joy to work on that.
I love that. That is beautiful. And what about yourself?
I absolutely love the writing. I think Ray's writing is so like witty, humorous. It's painful, but it's yet tender. The characters as well. I feel like sometimes when you watch plays, there's always like a hero and a villain. But I feel like with all the characters in his play, it's like you feel some kind of empathy for them. You realise that they're humans and they're complicated, and we're humans. We're complex.
Oh my goodness, that is so true. So anyone can relate to this show. It's like you said, it's on the human on that human level, and there's lots of parallels of today in society today. So I want you to tell me a little bit about the 1980s influences of that time, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. So the play is set across the 80s, and that's firmly where we're setting it. We're exploring the 80s in its fullest detail, and it's fun. The music, the fashion, all of that is the wonderful backdrop to staging this play. But it was also a decade that saw a number of uprisings and riots with tensions between the police and the black community. So of course, all of that stuff lives and breathes in the play, and the characters' lives are shaped by what's happening culturally, politically across that decade. So it gives us, a really brilliant, clear look at what it means to be black and British living through that.
It's funny because it's set in the 1980s, and you watch it today and you're like, so much has changed, but then so much hasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? It feels like a repeated cycle. So there's so many parallels with the decade we're living in now. Why should people come and watch this show? It stirs something inside of you and also creates conversation. So it opens you to have conversation. And whether that's you to reflect on yourself, to reflect on the world you're living in, to reflect on the relationships you have with people, I think it just stirs up conversation, which can either bring some sort of like a way to find yourself in the end.
Yeah, and I suppose to add to that, it's funny, man. It's funny. We're laughing. We're having a good time. We're laughing. The play is funny. The writing is witty and smart and clever. And also, I think there's a real sense of hope that it leaves us with. I think it feels really powerful to hear these stories about these young black men being told, and then to be able to walk out of the auditorium feeling hopeful and empowered and strong, rather than just watching, the trouble. Actually, we're left with a sense of hope, and that feels really important in how we're making this work at the moment.
That is amazing. And just one little quick soundbite. So in terms of 80s music, is there anything that just drops in that you just want to bring forth that might be in the play? Anything? Give me a little gem. Just one little gem. Tell me something.
You got to roll with me on this, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Keep on moving.
I wanted to jump in there. Oh my goodness. Listen, the reason why I did that is because that is another reason why we should come and see the show.
Yes.
You've got music, you've got hope, you've got liberation, you've got conversations, but and that reflection of then and now, there is change, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that we can look at and go, wow,
for sure,
wow, it has, there's still a bit of movement that needs to happen around that.